Trae. Come on, it's the day with Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Oh, come on, come on.
With Trae.
Oh, pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peaks that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to a fantastic, fun-filled Friday. I'm really excited because we got some great, amazing production we're going to be throwing at you today. I get to throw back to the time where I got to spend with Jay Holiday at Juneteenth 2024. I'm so glad he made time for me after his phenomenal performance. Oh my gosh, y'all. He tore it up on that stage. So I'm so glad that we get to actually take some time to talk about who he is, how he got into his artistry and honed in on his craft, and why he feels it's so important to stay committed to community while he's a big time celebrity and doing all the work that he does all over the globe. So I'm so glad I got to chop it up with him. And later on in this show, y'all, we get to show you all of the amazing Juneteenth activities that were going on. This 2024, it's beautiful because there's always now so many things that people can tap into. And so, of course, you know, our Converge teams were out there trying to capture as much as we can so all of you know what was going down in 2024. Y'all, but before we get into it, of course, it's the top of the show, so it's a perfect time for you to help us grow. Go ahead and share this show with folks who you feel could benefit from our daily dose of dopeness we give you right here on The Day with Trae. And if you cannot watch our TV show, don't trip. We got you covered. You can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae. You'll find me on like 200 plus platforms, whichever one is your favorite. Go ahead and search for us. You will find us there. Well, like I said here at the top of the show, I was so excited to be able to spend some time with Jay Holiday after he just tore it up on that stage at Juneteenth at Jimi Hendrix in 2024. This year was phenomenal because every year we work to bring you from phenomenal artists from here and beyond. And we also want to keep that message alive about reparations now. So I'm so glad that he found that this was really fitting within his brand to join us here in the Seattle metro area with his talent. Take a look at what he shared with me regarding how he honed in on his craft and how he stays committed to communities all over the world by being intentional about the shows he picks up. Take a look. All right, y'all, what's up? It's your girl, Trae Holiday, here with your guy, Jay Holiday.
What up?
Y'all know I'm here with The Day with Trae. So glad that you could join us, Jay. What up?
I'm cool. We just talked the other day and I had a blast.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is that you just cut up on that stage for Juneteenth. This is our Juneteenth special. Okay. And I gotta ask you, why is it important to stay connected to communities all over the world with events like this?
Man, it gives the people something to do, to come have fun, spread love. You know, you got the vendors, you got the business people, you know, the private-owned businesses and the vendors and the food. Not only are you guys doing something for the community, but these businesses get a chance to make some money too.
Yeah, that's really what it's about, because when we think about Juneteenth, essentially it always takes me back to all the black towns that surfaced early in the, early 1900s, late 1800s, right? And so when we think about that legacy, we've always had music in our history. Tell us about how that resonates with you, that you're continuing that legacy, you're adding to it.
Man, of course, a lot of people know what kind of music I'm known for, like the baby making music. But I also have, my conscious records. I try to always do a conscious record on every album. It's storytelling, whether it's something you've been through or, something that you're going to do. But I feel like that I've had somebody tell me they were in prison. They said, "You got me through my bed." And then I had somebody tell me, your song kept me from committing suicide. So like that means a lot,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is why music, they always say it's like a sign of the soul. Tell us about how you continue to pour your lived experiences into the music that you create so that it's always connected to you and it's not something that's just jointed from you.
For sure. Well, as far as my music, I just try to write from the heart. Write the stories I know, something that's personal to me or something I've been through. My stories are never really somebody else's stories, but even moving forward, working like with my new artist, I try to tell him, you know, you got to be authentic. Because the more authentic you are, the more people will receive you. You don't want to just be here today, gone tomorrow. But when you connect with the people, you last.
Well, not only do you last, but your music lasts and resonates. I mean, you just tore it up there today. And you know, you have the entire crowd rocking. Tell us how it is to receive that love from the fans. You know what I mean? To keep giving them the classics that you wrote, you poured into. Tell us about how you receive all that love.
Man, it's amazing. You know, I'm well into almost 2 decades, so I mean, I'm blessed. You know, all I can say is it's from the Most High. So.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that I think always resonates with me when I'm talking to artists is there's something really specific in your history somewhere along the line when you said, this is how I'm going to make my mark on the world. Tell us about that time for you back in the days as you were growing up where you knew, hey, I got a voice, I'm going to use it in this way, and I'm going to make my mark on the culture and for the culture.
Oh, for sure. Well, I grew up in the church. My mom's a preacher, and I never sung in the church. And I was a little heathen back in the day. So so I always, through my teachings, I always knew you don't play with God. So I didn't. And for a long time, my mom didn't understand. But then when she seen things that I've accomplished, she's like, oh, you were supposed to make your mark in this way because you still do your interviews, you still talk to people, and you're not just the baby making music. So.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the things that I think really resonated with the crowd today is you pour yourself into every performance you do. And I know that comes from something. Tell us about how you always maneuver yourself to be prepared to perform in the ways that you did today.
Staying humble. Gotta stay humble. I mean, every artist has a good day, every artist has a bad day. But when you're humble, your crowd will walk with you through those things, good or bad. So I just try to stay humble and stay prayed up.
That's what's up. Now, I gotta ask you because I've been able to connect with your team a bit, and I always know that you're out in front, but there's all of these amazing folks that are part of your team that help to lift you up and do their part. Tell us about building that strong team to keep you going all these years.
Man, you gotta have a strong team. My manager now, Darius Jones, he actually used to be my A&R at Capitol. And so, you know, you go through a couple managers and that happens in the business. But if he didn't come into my team, then I might not even be here now. You know, he has a very vast understanding of the game, the industry, I should say, instead of the game. But yeah, man, your team is important. And then my bodyguard, he been with me for the whole time. So.
Well, you talked about something that you're sharing with, you know, a young artist you're working with right now. When you think about those who are looking to make it in the industry, you know, now there's all of these different pathways to get into it. You got independent, you got all these streaming services. What are some of those major tips that you want to give out there to a young artist who's looking up to someone like you and wanting to do it one day for their own talent, bring their talent to the world the way you do?
Being famous is great, you know, but don't do it for the fame. Don't do it for the money, because that'll disappoint you. It'll just disappoint you. Like, there's so many disappointments in the industry. Stay on your craft. Make sure that you're good at your craft and you're not worried about nobody else. And like we just talked about, have a good team around you.
There it is. Well, you got plenty of performances coming up.
Yeah.
So I just got to say, I got to give you a moment right here to tell people how they stay connected with you in all the cities that you're touring in, all the places you're bringing your talent to. Let them know right there how they stay plugged in with you.
Man, it's the norm, you know what I'm saying? At King J Holiday on Instagram. We got facebook.com/JHoliday. J Holiday Official on YouTube. Just check me out, man. We always letting the people know where we're going to be, so.
There it is. J Holiday with Trae Holiday. I appreciate you so much for being with me. Thank you so much.
You too.
Absolutely. Y'all, you heard it from the man himself. It was J Holiday with Trae Holiday from The Day with Trae. Y'all know how we get down. Always here in our town where everything is popping. Y'all, Juneteenth 2024, a hit once again. Thank y'all so much for watching. Stay connected to us as we stay committed to bringing you Black brilliant stories all over the Pacific Northwest. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace. It was so great to chop it up with him. And, you know, one of the things that I really appreciate about, you know, big time names coming through our town is they care, you know, and I've experienced so many of them wanting to be connected to the community, wanting to learn more about what we're doing here, wanting to just add their brilliance to what we have going on. And so it was so great to chop it up with him and shed some light for all of us on, you know, how he got to where he is today and how he stays so committed the ways he does. Well, after this short break, y'all, we get to bring you Juneteenth 2024 in its fullness. Of course, there's so many different things going on. Our crews were on the ground trying to capture it all for you. Y'all don't want to miss this. Stay tuned after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Seattle really is just a big neighborhood. It was a place for us to grow.
We all have a gift of some sort. It's just my vision of what I see.
Theater allows you to hit harder and be more. There's a sense of hope that your story will survive longer than you will.
Stream on the Cascade PBS app or watch live. Fridays at 8:50 p.m. on Cascade PBS. Learn more at blackartslegacies.com.
Big Tobacco thinks they know everything. They think they know you, your community, the places you go, the way that you spend your time. They think they got you all figured out, down to a formula, a calculation based off of numbers of what they think they know. Show them they're wrong. Learn more at theythinktheyknowyou.org.
Spring Awakening, live on stage this June at the Fifth Avenue Theater. Winner of 8 Tony Awards, Spring Awakening weaves youth, love, and the clash between generations all in one powerful rock musical. Buy tickets now at fifthavenue.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Now, up next, we get to throw to the phenomenal footage our crews captured of Juneteenth 2024. You know, one of the things that is so exciting about Juneteenth is while it was always celebrated in Black communities across this country, with it being now recognized as a federal holiday, so many more people are pouring into this to uplift the independence of those who were enslaved. And we all know the story by now, that it was, of course, some years later when everyone was aware. But we want to celebrate this time because this is something special in community where we get to come together and remember the legacy and the brilliance. So take a look at the ways that we celebrated Juneteenth 2024.
Juneteenth is very important to show how, you know, African Americans were freed from slavery. So it's really good to show Americans the true story of America. Place like, you know, such as Jimi Hendrix Park, I think they did a great contribution to have it in a wonderful location with people in a great area, like Seattle being so gentrified and, you know, the gentrification happening. I think this is a wonderful time. The day, thank God, we had a nice sunny day. So yeah, I think what Africatown is contributing is wonderful.
Juneteenth is for us to celebrate freedom, us to celebrate community, us to be together. A lot of people who have been moved out of the city due to gentrification. So on this day, we all get to come back and see each other and be around each other and enjoy community. The Summer of Soul series events showcase the strength of this CD because we always come back together year after year. We keep showing up, we keep supporting each other, and Africatown allows us to do that, allows the community to come together and have a place to have business, have fun, enjoy each other, have peace, and feel safe.
As a vendor, it's extremely important to me. I just want to uplift Elijah Lewis' legacy. He was so much a part of this event, and for me, vending here every year is about bringing the Black community, but also just raising awareness about what Juneteenth really is, and it's the Freedom Day. As Seattle shifts and changes with gentrification, I think it's extremely important to remind people where they're standing. The ground is Duwamish, and it is also the people of the Central District who are redlined into this city. We have this neighborhood, we built this neighborhood. This is for us, by us, FUBU.
It gives the people something to do, to come have fun, spread love. Not only are you guys doing something for the community, but these businesses get a chance to make some money too.
To be in a place that we are free to do what we want, to sell what we want, to be as we are, right? That's what this event is about, and I'm super excited to be here.
I feel like this is vital. It's definitely the artery of our culture, especially during summer months. We live in a rainy state, so typically we don't have these types of events where people like to come out, bring their families, even that they bring out their elderly loved ones, you know, and so we really depend on days like this, summer days like this, to really help pull us through.
It gives everyone an idea of different cultures, different lifestyles, different events, different skills, different artwork. It's big, especially in Washington, because it's so diverse. And we have so many different people from all over the world here in Washington. So you get to see everything that people have to offer as far as their artwork, their music, their skills, their product, their clothes, everything, their art. It's just good.
I think it really brings back families. It brings back youth in the sense of community. It allows us to see where we've been, but also where we're going. When people are able to see the hustle of small Black businesses, they think they can do it themselves. They know that they don't have to continue to work the corporate 9 to 5. And even if they do, they can continue to have that spirit of entrepreneurship. The strength of Seattle's Black community is strong. I think that people here in Seattle have to be reminded where they come from. A lot of the times it's about dispersing, growing, but you can grow right here in this community because we're blessed to have a wonderful neighborhood with rolling hills, a beach and a lake, okay? So wonderful things are happening here in the Central District, and they have always been happening in the Central District. And so as a community, we're growing, we're blossoming, but we're also reaching back and reaching forward.
My vision for the future is just to keep continuing doing this, having bigger events, inviting more people out, letting more people know that we are here, we're not going anywhere, and the CD is our home.
Wow. You know, of course, every year I'm at Jimi Hendrix, so you know, I'm always partial to that footage, but it's so great to see so much going on in our communities and people tapping in, you know, not just taking this as a day off to relax at home, but being engaged in community in a multitude of ways. We had the skaters out there. There's people selling goods and wares and products and services. And always it's a great time to be committed to doing something in our community in an intentional way. You know, not only do we have amazing markets where we get to buy things from some amazing vendors and business owners in our area, but it's also time for people to make great connections. And that's what really being in community is all about. Juneteenth is a major celebration, and I'm so glad that every year we're continuing to bring you phenomenal opportunities to be engaged in your community when it comes to Juneteenth. Y'all know for me, I'm gonna be wrapping all of this brilliance up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
The importance to share the history of the Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle and Buffalo Soldiers everywhere, including cowboys and cowgirls of color everywhere, is really important because most likely they're forgotten. It's important that they're acknowledged, especially for girls like me who look up to them.
At a rodeo, it's
got an impact on people when they see somebody doing something like that, especially a person of color, you know what I mean? It's got a big impact on people, I think.
Representing the Evergreen State, I am your Miss Teen Rodeo Washington, Jessa Thomas. Welcome to the Windswept Farm.
Hello, welcome to Elite Insights with Carlos Imani. We're looking to offer an in-depth look at event production industry through the lens of client experiences and joint successes. The podcast will emphasize guest interviews, focusing on clients, discussing their fields, and reflecting on their collaboration with Elite Collective. Again, you're with Elite Insights. Carlos Imani here. I'll see you guys in a few.
Welcome back, y'all, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for being with me this week. It's been always a pleasure to bring all of the guests to y'all so you can not only be inspired, but you can be informed and engaged in what's going on in the community. Shout out to everyone who joined me this week. Phenomenal stories all around. And I thank you for watching and being with me this week. You know, I'm always excited to continue to bring you uplifting and inspiring stories that make you want to do something. That's the goal here, you know, to ignite that passion within or to be a continued spark for the things you're already doing. Thanks so much again for watching with me this week. You know, I'll be back with you next week on Monday. And until then, at 11 a.m., y'all, peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.